Oh yeah. So when you hit the tuning difference between the G string and the B string, to get from that G to a C to that fourth, you have to move the fret over and any frets that are above it, namely one of them. So you got to move both of them over, depending on where you're starting from. So if we start, that's the wonderful thing about the string shapes. You can start them anywhere. So we can start a 6/7 root. Let's say in the key of C, we're going to start that on the A note. I can start it from any string. Okay, so I have an A note right here. So it'd be 6/7 root. And I'm just going to count from here. 6/7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2. Okay, when I hit the 5 6, I had to move it up one fret to make the pattern. So when I went 2 3 4, the tuning warp came right here between the A and the D. So that's why it's not indicated, because we could start any string shape from any string. Every string has at least one of the same string shapes, if not two. Sometimes on a long guitar, it might be 3 octaves, right? So you say, let's say we have an E string shape down here, 7 root 2. We also have it up here on the second string. Third string, we have one right here. Fourth string, we have one right here. Fifth string, we have one right here. And top string. So there's string shapes everywhere. So when I'm doing like a little groove or something, what I like to do is I'll start with kind of like a pattern. Let's do like an A pattern. So say you're doing like, we're doing some kind of thing like something like, now what we want to do, instead of going back down the pattern, we want to connect the string shapes individually. So where are we at here? So we're going 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root. This is a G string shape right here. When we go to the left, okay, G's going to connect with the next pentatonic letter in a pentatonic C scale, which is G connects with A. So we go in the fourth, because the fourth of G, G connects with the A shape, right? So if we have a G shape here, 6 7 root, we go to 5 6. Okay, now if we're going to go to the fourth of it, we're going to go to the C shape, which would be 5 4 3. Alright, that's the mistake I made. So we're usually going in cage when we're going horizontally. So right here, you know, we're going. Now this is a Mixolydian. Now we got a little A shape here. We can take it up. Now we want to go a little lower. The next caged letter above the A, okay, now we're not spelling the word caged, we're doing a pentatonic scale, because the word cage is a pentatonic scale backwards. So from this A, we're going to go up a pentatonic scale to the C shape. From that C shape, we just can play it. Usually it's easier to play it up. Now we can do two things from here. We can just play it up, so we got our little C shape. Alias that, because we're going out of an S2L, out of an S2C into an S3D. We're going to alias, leaving the short pattern, S2C. We're going to alias into that S3D there. So we know we're in D shape there, but there's another way to find that out. Warp down. So here we're on a C shape now. You got to keep in mind, to get to the bottom string, I'm going to go to the fourth of that C shape, not a caged or caged backwards relationship there. Now it's going to be a fourth, because remember, string shapes go backwards from the intervals between the strings. So from the C shape, we're going to go to the diminished fourth, which is an E shape. That E shape is the top of an S3D. There's our D. So it's about connecting. We're going to connect to this side in caged. This is a pentatonic relationship with note sharing, and then going up we have go in string shape fifths, going down go in string shape fourths. So that's it. Okay, so let's see how that would work out with one of these backing tracks. It's a smooth jazz groove backing track in E minor on YouTube that I got from YouTube. Now, first thing to do is figure out what key it's in. I happen to know this is in the key of G. So we're going to go 7 root 2 3 4 5. So it's E shape, C shape. So that's root 2 3 4. That's D shape right there. We know that's going to go to an A shape. Hit that warp, so it's up 1. Now instead of going up to this, let's go down with this. So we got 7 root. We're going to go 6 7 root to a G shape. Now let's go down on pentatonic. Now what's the shape below the G is going to be the A shape, right? Now we can do this by shape. You know, A shape has got that short one on the second string. So we're back at G here. So we're going this way and that way with it. Thank you. Very nice, very nice. So I kind of cheated because I did that last night. So I knew it was in the key of G. But you can figure out what key it is. You know, you can do that by just kind of like just starting out a little bit somewhere, and then kind of do a couple of half steps and a whole step, and then try it on another string. So you got no, that's not it. You know, just kind of hunt around till you get an alias there. Either you've got, if you got a half to a whole, okay, let's say we've got 7 root 2 3 4 5, so that's an E to a C. A half to a wholes is an E to a C. Okay, and if you got 2 wholes to a half, so let's see where that falls. So we've got an E to a C to a see 3 4 5 6 7 root. So we've got to a G here. Now we've got a whole to a half. All right, and what we're going to get from a G is a D shape, whole to a half. So here's our D to a G. So if you got 2 wholes to a half on the bottom 4 strings, to make it easy, on the bottom 4 strings, so we don't have any problems with the tuning warp, then you know you got a G to a C right there. So a G to a D right there, right? So G is 6 7 root. So there's your root right there. All right. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking to recognize where the patterns fit together. Isn't that wonderful?